Hello everyone, welcome back. We are making a vacation home for Grizzly. He wanted a magnificent mansion and I think we did really great here. You'll see me building this throughout. I am going to continue where I left off when I was doing Candy's vacation home about my trip in Dallas. If you guys haven't seen that video, please go watch it. I will link it down below and up in the cards as well because this is like an ongoing thing. In the next video that comes out after this, I am building another house in The Sims 2 and we will continue on with the recap of my trip. I can't fit it all into one short video. I'm also probably going to make a video on my main channel, which I haven't done in a very, very long time, about this trip. I usually do a video after the conferences that I go to just to like recap it, but I didn't really film anything in Dallas other than a hotel room tour. So, like I said last time, I got a cold 2 days after we got there. It has been about 2 weeks and I still have remnants of this cold. It was not COVID. I tested. I think I said this last time. We had dinner in the hotel restaurant the night that I got there on that Wednesday. When I got to the hotel, I think it was like at around 7 o'clock. I was very hungry. My boyfriend had ordered Thai food for his lunch because like he was working remotely that day. So he was also hungry. It was quicker and easier. Well, it wasn't quicker, but it was easier to just go downstairs and eat in the hotel. It was very, very long. We were probably, I think they said the last seating because by the time we got down there, it was like 8:30 at night. And I guess the kitchen closes at 9. Nobody told us that. So because it took them so long for our food to get out, they actually came out and gave us like a complimentary thing of chips and dip. It was like chips with salsa and I think there was queso. And that's like a thing on their menu that you order. It's an appetizer and it was stupid money because this was a hotel. We were at a Hyatt. That was nice because we did have something to nibble on while we were waiting for our food. I got fried avocado tacos, which were really good. My boyfriend got seared bass. I think it was like a seared black bass. I don't remember. I don't know. But he said that it was also very good. And then we left. We didn't get dessert. We kind of just like went back, hung out, and then went to bed. The next day was Thursday. Most people were coming in for the conference on Thursday, July 3rd, because the thing started on the 4th with a board meeting that went all day for like the national board. And there were tours. There was one. They were going to do one during the day, but the cost would have been astronomical with the venue, so they didn't do it. So there was a boat cruise thing that they did that night for dinner on July 4th, but we'll get to that. My boyfriend was working again on Thursday because like there was nothing going on for the conference. There was a friend of mine that usually comes. She comes with her mother and her mother is sighted. My friend has a little bit of vision, but because like, you know, this conference is for blind people, that's pretty much like par for the course. People have like a spectrum of vision that they can see because blindness is a spectrum. So her and I and her mother, we went to like this thrift store that was kind of in the area. It was a very high-end thrift store. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't buy anything. Her mother bought like a couple of clothing items and stuff. The things that they had there were really cute. It was just like not necessarily my taste. Like I couldn't find anything that I really liked for the price. Next door to that, there was a grocery store. It was kind of like a Whole Foods adjacent sort of. So we went in there and we got some groceries. Typically when I go to these things, because the conference is about a week and I get there a little early, I do get groceries to have in the hotel room, usually breakfast stuff and snacks. For lunches and dinners, we would either eat in the hotel or go out or get DoorDash. We didn't really go out this time so much because I was sick, but whatever. We got some stuff. I got like a bunch of yogurts because like I'm lactose intolerant and I had such a hard time finding a store that was near us that had like the So coconut milk yogurts. So I got like a bunch of those. I got some fruit, granola, some chips and stuff to like munch on while we were in the room and whatever. Went back there. My boyfriend was, I think, on his lunch break by the time we got back. So him and I hung out. We got Jersey Mike's, I think. We got like subs and we sat down in the lobby and ate them. And that was nice because like some of his friends were there from Hawaii because like he grew up in Hawaii and he was very involved in like the state affiliate for ACB that is in Hawaii that's still very active. And so like all of them came in that day, earlier that morning. So we got to see them for a bit and then he went back to work. And then that night was when the pre-registration pickup opened. So the line for these is typically very long because a lot of people did pre-register, especially if you were going on like the Friday tour. It was probably best that you pick it up like when pre-registration opens Thursday night. So we were standing there waiting a while, which wasn't the end of the world because that's par for the course. However, the room that they had this in, there was only like one door in, and the same door was the one that they were using for the exit. So it created a very bad bottleneck. And of course, there were people that had like no concept of where they were. So they thought that like they were at the end of the line and they were not. So they just cut. Like my friend's mother that I mentioned earlier, 2 women had cut in between us and they were completely unaware of where they were. They thought they were at the end of the line. We said they weren't. They were adamant that they were. They cut the line, whatever. But then one of them, like, because she was not spatially aware, jabbed my friend's mother like in her back with the grip of her cane, which is not comfortable. The grips on a white cane, I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen like a blind person out and about, but the grip on a white cane is almost like a golf grip, kind of like for a golf club. And if somebody jabs you with it, it hurts. So she was in a lot of pain from that. It's not necessarily the lady's fault, although it kind of is because she was like not aware. Anyway, we got our pre-registration stuff, and that included these like tote bags that they always give us with stuff in them. 90% of the things are advertisements, which we tossed. I usually just recycle all of it. Some of it is like full Braille. I'm not a Braille reader anymore. I was when I was like a kid. I learned it like alongside print, and then I just stopped reading it, and that's on me. But some of the stuff in there was pretty decent. Like we got umbrellas, which is new. That would have actually been helpful for Friday night. There were stress balls. They always put like some sort of like toothbrush and toothpaste in there or whatever. I got like a flosser in mine, and so did my boyfriend. And we got pumice stones, which was nice because like I use the Pumice Power, I think it's called scrub from Lush, that looks kind of like a pumice stone, but it's not. It's like citrusy and it's like scrubby. So I didn't have a pumice stone, but whatever, it's still in the packaging. And we got these Sony Link Buds that ACB had gotten from Sony last year as like a partnership or whatever, like a donation from Sony because it was a tax write-off for Sony, I guess. They cannot get rid of them fast enough. So we got them last year. Some people got them when they went to the mid-year leadership conference in DC. Some people got them at their state affiliate conventions because like ACB was giving them out to states if they wanted them. And we got them again this year, and I don't like them. Mine are literally the first pair sitting in a drawer, not used because I don't like how they fit in my ears. I probably should honestly get AirPods. I don't like wireless earbuds, but I should probably invest in AirPods. Anyway, Thursday night, we all ordered pizza. There was like a big group of us. It was my boyfriend, my friend and her mother, another couple that we're friends with who are parents of like a friend of ours because they usually will drive to wherever the convention is. And I think there were other people. We ended up getting 2 pizzas from this place called Pizza Patron. It was really, really good. Like honestly, that pizza was delicious. I also forgot to mention that my boyfriend and I had breakfast in the hotel that morning on Thursday. We went to the restaurant. We had challah French toast. There is like a local Jewish bakery that provides challah to the hotel. I'd never had challah French toast before that I know of, and it was really, really, really good. It had like a strawberry compote with it, and there was like lemon mascarpone on top. I'm not really a lemon person, but I think it did add to the flavor of the food. So next video, we're going to be talking about the boat cruise that we went on the Friday the 4th, which was honestly, in my opinion, a cluster of a nightmare. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, we got 40,000 Poke for our work. I really, really like how this house came out, especially the outside and the top level. Not really a huge fan of the bottom, but whatever. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to become a member, you can do that too. You get early access to all my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.